Well, hello there. Welcome to the to cocktail hour. This is going to be about the strangest of the cocktail hours you're ever going to see. And I'm going to explain it to you before I bring our guests on. First of all, my name is Joe Furlow. I'm the director of the Grand Oshkosh, and I'm glad you could be with me tonight. It's not cocktail hour for me, though, because as you can see, I'm in my car. And the reason I'm in my car is because I'm coming to you today from the last day of my vacation. I didn't want to miss cocktail hour. I didn't want to miss the chance to talk to our guests. But at the same time, I'm, in the middle of nowhere, probably is the best way to say it. And so in order to make this work, I had to get into the car, find a cell tower, and pretty much park underneath it. So that's what I've done. And that means a couple of things as we go on with the show. One, I'm not quite sure what the quality of videos are like. That opening video in my car skipped a little bit, made its thing happen. Fortunately, we don't have a lot of video for you tonight. But if we do, I apologize for that. Second of all, I'm using wireless cellular technology to stream the show to you. And that's a first and for us. And we're just going to make the best of it. And finally, it's in order to make all this happen, I jumped in the car and my phone was dead. So fortunately, I had a battery. I'm using the phone app of our platform, StreamYard, which I've never used before. And the buttons and the things are all in different places. And so who knows what's going to happen? But it's going to be a fun night. Nonetheless, I do want to remind you that this is a presentation where you can ask questions, and the guests and I will do our very best to answer them for you. And with all of that said, please help me welcome Walter and Wagner, the B2wins. And we'll add them to stream. And there they are!
Hello, Oshkosh!
I lost your audio.
Now? Right now?
Oh, I got it. It's beautiful.
All right, great. We're going to have that. I think we're going to have a lot of fun in front of these people trying to figure out how this is going to work.
I love it. I love the stuff like this.
So let me see if I'm understanding here. We are here working and you are on vacation.
That is right. That's right. But listen, we got people like look at that. That's whoever's still working today said hello.
Hey, we are here,
And if
guys.
people want to say hello to you, my gosh, I can put it up on the screen there.
Come on in. Oh, we got Kevin now. We got
Kevin.
people tuning in.
Yeah. So let's Kevin. Kevin, thank you, Kevin. Tell me if it's better now. I will be hot for this.
That's
for the
Kevin.
Yeah,
Kevin.
yeah,
Come on,
Kevin.
Kevin.
B2wins. I will be warm. I'll be sweating by the end. So that must be better because Kevin says, "Hey, all." Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so this could be a lot of fun, guys.
Let's
Yes.
do it. Let's do it, man. This is awesome.
When I finish and I get back to the camp, that will be cocktail hour for me.
Yes.
Yes. Well, if we only knew was cocktail hour, we would bring some type of
I know,
beverage.
right? I know.
Oh, come on.
Next
It's
time.
Friday.
So we are only a month away, and this is a great chance for people to get to know you. I remind people right now via my thing here that September 12th, we got distance seating. We've got, oh my gosh, you are the first show of
Nice.
the first live show back at the Grand, and since then, since we closed almost 6 months ago, I've had to we've put in safety protocols. We've got we've got distanced seating. We've got we've got, oh my gosh, I don't know what I just did. Hang on. You're still there and still hearing me, right? So
We got it.
I can see
that's the important thing. Let's see what I'm doing. We've got basically what used to be 500 seats, 550 seats, and you've seen the hall. You played.
Yeah, yeah, we love it. We love it.
Conference. About 223 of those seats are going to get sold. So they're in groups of 2s, 3s, and 4s, and they're going to be, the other seats are going to be not available to people. It's going to look
So they better get that tickets quick because they now have only 250.
That's right. And it's going to look something like this. So, so the audience will be spread out. They're going to have distance between them. The audience is going to be required to wear masks. Obviously, the staff will wear masks.
Wow, that's awesome.
We got them all. We got you 10 to 12 feet away, so that there's no, what I'm going to miss most, and it's a good reason to bring you back another time after this one, is the way you normally would be out there with the crowd. And
it used to be fun.
Because you've done a couple of live shows already with the distancing.
Yeah.
Do you miss that? Do you miss the?
Yes. So that's what I was gonna say. We are super excited to go back to the stage because we haven't played in real stage in a while now. It is nice. It's been nice to learn this side here of the world. The technology side of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's super weird.
Yeah. So we miss that stage, that adrenaline. And although it's not gonna yet be the same, it's still gonna be super awesome.
But that's part of what I think I told you before we got on the air, that one of the reasons I specifically wanted you to be the first act to open the theater. First of all, you have the ability to make the audience feel like they're part of the show.
We love it.
Even if you can't be among them. And that's going to be very important. And second of all, how do I say this? You guys
you guys are handsome and amazing musicians. That's it.
You're all about bringing the joy. And we could use a little bit of that right now.
Let's do it. Yeah.
So I'm very excited that you're going to be the first.
So people in Oshkosh, did you see what he said? We are going to be the first one to open the theater.
You guys gotta go there.
Congratulations. Hey.
Let's talk about you guys a little bit. I don't know if you know this, but you got a little bit of an accent.
Hey.
No, it's just the mic here, the camera.
Yeah, just a little bit. Where are you from originally?
So for those of you who don't know us, we are the B2wins. B2wins is short for Brazilian twins. Yes, we are from Brazil. Twins from Brazil.
Rio de Janeiro, more specifically.
Yeah, Rio de Janeiro is where we grew up.
And not the nicest place to grow up.
Exactly,
kids,
yeah.
right?
When we say Rio de Janeiro, people fantasize, the soccer, all the beaches, the beautiful ladies. Yeah, they are all there. But the part that we grew up is not a part that everybody know. We grew up in the slums of Rio de Janeiro. Very, very poor place, and at the same time, very dangerous. So the reality that we have been living in the United States is completely different than the reality we lived at home. It was very normal. Just so you can have an idea, we grew up in a place that was very normal for us to see our friends walking up and down the streets with guns in the hips, guns in the hands, sometimes even grenades. And was also so poor, like the place where we lived, the house where we lived, we didn't have running water for anything, to cook, to take a shower, to do the dishes. We had to walk almost a mile to grab water and bring it home to shower, to do the basic
Buckets.
stuff in buckets. Yeah.
So how much of your childhood did you spend in these conditions?
We
All
lived
of
with
it.
that, yeah, all of it, until
Yeah,
we
we
were
came to
20 years old.
20, yeah. And then we were 21.
Yeah.
No regrets.
No
though.
regret.
the
It was
best
super
childhood
nice.
we've
Yeah.
gone through the hell.
Like, it definitely prepared us to the world,
to the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the midst of these I'm going to call them terrible conditions, you still became musicians. How kids are carrying grenades and guns, and you're carrying a ukulele and a violin. How does that happen?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we can like easily for sure say that music was our escape out of that reality. But at the beginning, we have to say that it was very hard for us to engage in music, playing the instruments that we are playing. For example, the violin. Both of us start with the violin. And why was that bad? Was
So
terrible.
It was off of that reality. So
It was
like
not normal.
people would bully us,
Yeah.
like our friends, like a lot of bullying because they used to see violin as old people instrument because we are playing hardcore classical music.
So nobody could relate. Nobody
we couldn't relate.
We couldn't relate.
We didn't like it.
Yeah. So it only started becoming fun for us to play the violin, to play instrument, when we learned that by ourselves, we learned that we could play any songs that were playing on the radio. We could just listen to it and play on the violin. And then we start having a lot of fun, which automatically our friends also start like, what? You can play that on the violin? What? You can play this song on the violin? So as soon as we learned that,
I think not only our friends, but us and then everybody started to relate more. We were relating more to the instrument because now we could play songs that we knew, we liked it, and everybody knew and liked it. So that made our lives a lot easier, and that's what we do now. We play pop songs, like traditional songs on the violin.
One of the problems I have is trying to describe to people what your style is, because
we have the same problem. We have the same.
Yeah, like I have you have a hard time describing the style of music. I have a hard time describing my brother. Look at this. How do you describe this?
For what it's worth, first of all, which one of you is Walter and which one is Wagner?
There we go.
You guess.
I think Walter is without glasses. Yes,
you got it. Yeah. So let's make it very clear.
Let's
make it very clear. Walter is the crazy one. Okay.
I got to tell you though, Walter. I don't remember when it was, but at some point after I knew you were coming, and I started following a little more regularly. Because you've got a great Facebook and a great outreach, and you guys have been everywhere since we got shut in. And I think that's fabulous. But there was one point where you asked, you had a survey on your hats.
Oh yeah, that was good.
I voted to keep it. I voted to keep the
yes. So, thank you. That was awesome.
So anyway, when you were talking about what a change it was for you, or a revelation to discover that with your musical instruments, you could play any song, a contemporary song, rock song, or whatever, and that changed things for you. I know, and we're still trying to work out a way to do it virtually in Oshkosh, because otherwise I'd be sending you to schools and the Boys and Girls Club and where I could get you. But when you talk, you do a lot of outreach with kids.
Yes.
And you do a lot of outreach with kids who have challenges or are at risk.
Yeah.
Do you find the same light bulb shine for them when you play for them something that they recognize?
To be honest, we are so passionate about this program because you can easily see
right there
that they got the message right there. It's amazing. And then as soon as we leave the place, the establishment, to go home or to move on, whatever, to do the show, all phone just blow up because kids like, oh my god, you changed my life. Oh my god, this is so inspirational. Cool. Because a lot, what happened here, we have realized this. A lot of Americans, which is good, it's nobody's fault. They take a lot of things here for granted because they don't know how bad it can get. So then we come with our start of all the things we had seen, all the things we had experienced, and share that and show all the accomplishments we have made on top of it. It's like, what? It's pretty crazy. And the program is super nice, super fun. Besides the motivation, it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Well, it won't be quite the same, but I hope we can find a way to work that magic in the days before you come to Oshkosh. Because that's a very important part of what we're trying to do at the Grand. And we know that, even though we found a way to put live performances on stage with all of these restrictions, what we can't do is get a school full of a theater full of kids, or send you to a room full of kids. So we got to figure out a way to reach them wherever they are. And so we will, though. We'll figure it out.
It's just a matter of time. We will.
So it takes you till you're 20, 21. Did you come to America for college?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So the way we got to America,
it's amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. So in Brazil, in the slums of Brazil, my brother and I started playing. It became pretty popular because we were two black guys from the slums playing a classical instrument. It was unheard of.
In classical music.
In classical music. So we got a lot of attention in the media. Soon enough, all friends that live around us start playing the same instrument at the point that we are able to build this small orchestra, which now, by the way, has thousands and thousands of kids that playing the instrument. But back then, we had like 50 guys, and in the orchestra, the official orchestra, there was like 15, 20 kids. So we did this show in a very noble area of Rio de Janeiro, Copacabana, very famous, Copacabana Beach. And in that show, there was two ladies. One was American, the other one was Brazilian. The American lady asked us for an interview. We gave her the interview after the show, and she asked us to go to our place. At that time, we thought it was a bad idea, like you have no idea what you are talking about. No, we have to finish. I love the story. I want to go to your house. Next morning, she was at our house to finish the interview in the slum, so she got to see everything. At the end of the interview, she told us that the interview was going to air on NPR radio. I believe you can still find the interview there.
Really? I didn't know that. That's good to know. Yes. We'll reach out to our NPR station.
Yeah, like we can still find the interview there. Like we could not speak any English or understand anything she was saying.
Yeah.
For all we care, she could be talking about anything, and we are just going along. She told us that the interview was going to air on NPR radio, which we could care less again.
We didn't know what NPR was.
We didn't know what NPR was. So the interview aired on NPR radio. Somebody in Iowa listened to the interview and called us and brought us to Iowa for one show here that we play one song. It was extremely fast, the event. But it was a super, high class chic event, And
it's for a Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prize in Iowa for the food, World Food Prize. and my brother and I, we played there between among a professional, and apparently we were the highlights of the night. And after the show, after one song, they flew us from Brazil to play one song. After that song, the former president of the university that we got invited to asked us if we want a scholarship to study music there. We were like, I mean, we're not doing much, man. Anyway, we are in the slums of Brazil just hanging out. So we decided to come just for fun. And that was 12 years ago. And now we live in the United States. We get the chance to travel all over the country doing music and meeting people, seeing places that we never thought we would ever get the chance to see.
Like Oshkosh.
Oshkosh, yeah, we have been there. It's super nice.
That was awesome. I love that theater.
Hold on, Joe. Would you repeat? We cannot hear.
Now you can. I said it's really a story of fate, then, isn't it? Because it's not like you were there in Brazil saying we've got to go to America.
No.
America found you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's like a very, very common question. Like people usually ask, like, why Iowa? Why did you choose Iowa? Actually, Iowa chose us. We came in for a show.
Like, let's go.
Well, I'm grateful because one of the things that I the shows that are in our fall season, one of the things that's most important to me for the safety of the artists is I don't want anybody to have to get on an airplane if they don't want to. So you can. I assume from Iowa you're driving here.
Yeah.
So, and you and your band have already been a unit because I've seen you doing things together. So we're not bringing people in from different areas to do things. So it's not just about keeping the audience safe, but it's about keeping the artists safe too. So I've been very lucky, and thanks to you guys playing at the conference showcase in Oshkosh a year or two ago, I can say too that every artist in the fall is someone I've sat and had a cocktail with.
And that was fun though.
And said, these are people I trust. These are people, and that can trust us to make this work safe. So
we gotta have another cocktail to see if I trust you. Let's do it, man.
We will do that for sure. That
was fun. That was so much fun.
You have actually a couple of dates, right? You're going to Sheboygan the day before us?
Yes. Yes.
That's nice too, yeah.
We talk about that night too today, man. It was so nice.
Fun. Yeah, that was.
I love reading the books. Remember, I was reading the joke books.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that was a fun little social. And I always believe, and it's been more evident this last 6 months that you got to know the artists and agents that you work with.
I'm gonna give an advice here for the audience. When you go to Christmas or something, a gathering with the family, please do this. Find a joke book and read. Just pass around and everybody read it. When I first saw that, I was like, what are we doing? Like, but it's so funny because it's like, if the joke that you are reading is not funny, it doesn't mean that was you. It's not your fault. It's the joke that you read. It's so funny. It's
because
so
they were
funny.
Bad jokes.
There was some bad. I think that was the bad
jokes.
part. When they were bad, it was so funny.
So listen, let's. Looking at the time here, I'm reminding people that this is interactive. Of course, they can feel free to ask questions. I'm also trying to figure out how to do this. Not good. I made that go away. That's a good sign. What I'd like to do is ask you to play something for us. I know you have to make a changeover of sound.
Yeah.
But I have a commercial now. I found them.
You found them?
When we were starting before we went on the air, I said I couldn't find them. So I found them. So while you're changing over your sound, I'm going to play a commercial. It's about 45 seconds. It's this great group called B2wins.
Hey, that's nice, guys. Watch the commercial.
I hear they're pretty good. So we're going to take a break. We're going to play this little spot for people, let them see a little bit of your big shows, and then we'll be back, and you can play something for us. All right, we'll be back in a second, but first, here's a look at B2wins. Look at that. How's that?
I love it.
All right, I'm going to take myself out because I'm echoing because we switched the sound. And I am going to have you do your thing.
Yeah!
That's B2wins. My sound is back. You flipped your sound back already?
Beautiful. Got it.
Oh, you guys are the best. You know what we went through to make this happen? And I still have dashboard lights getting dark out now. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have the dashboard light me up, so we can go for a little bit longer. I got comments. I'm looking for them now. Hold on.
Got Kevin there. What up, Kevin?
Hi, Sue. Look at this. Look what's coming here.
Oh, people, we are international.
Yes.
Hey.
And there's your applause. It happened.
Hey.
Guys, people in France, look at that. The whole France is watching.
We want to remind people that they can feel free to ask you questions. I love a hello from France. That's our first one, and all in all, I think that's pretty great. Now, tell the listeners a little bit about the band that's traveling with you.
It's been our first band. Super awesome guys. So we have been together since the beginning. So we've known them, like we are beyond bandmates now. Very, very good friends. And one thing we have in common, we love what we do. And it's pretty easy to see on the stage. So I think that's the best part of the show. It's a group of guys having fun with music and just enjoying and exploring right there on the stage. Not a lot of what we do is like rehearsed, because we leave a lot of space for improvisation, for conversation. So I think that's what makes it the experience like so unique, because a lot of what you're gonna see there is 100% organic. I would say most of it.
And I think that's one of the nicest things about performances of the Grand, and you should know, and I think you could probably tell. I'm very careful about artists I want to bring into the theater because it's so intimate. That's what
I love the most.
It's like you're sitting in a house party playing
exactly.
for your friends.
And that's the best part.
So bringing the joy from the stage is going to come right back at you from the audience. It's a one-time experience.
Our slogan is beyond music, and on the theater you can show, because we love talking to you. We like to know you, like right there, and what you like. You pick songs, you sing a lot of the time when it's a normal show, not a social distance, but the people come on the stage and sing the song. It's very like open, like how do you say, it's very organic. There is no wrong. That's what I believe.
A lot of time throughout the years, we do those big shows that we saw here in the video, like things exploding. Those are nice, but we don't get the chance to interact to our people. Our passion is when we get to talk to the people and have fun. So these ones gonna be more like that. So let's have fun with us. September 12th. All right.
And the thing is, not everybody's ready to come out and play yet. I got that. We're going to come up with some ideas for the people who want to stay home. And not everybody wants to put the mask on. I get that. So those, but for the people who are ready to get out, ready to put on a mask, ready to have a good time, there's still only 200 seats. And they're going to go quickly, I think, by people who are ready and feeling comfortable to come out.
They better go quick, Joe, because we are driving to play for you guys.
And the people that don't like to wear masks, I think I look better with the mask.
Right. That's right. That's right. And that's where it's going to go.
That was me with the nerf.
I look good. Question I'm going to ask you right on the air here. But I think we may have talked about it when we did one of our things earlier. Since we can't do the meet and greet for an audience, the hugs and the whatever's in the lobbies, would you guys stick around on the stage for 5 or 10 minutes afterwards, and we'll just see if anybody's got any questions?
I think the hard part is
maybe I'll come to the front of the stage and I'll set up a place with 6 feet away where they can take their selfies with you.
The hard thing with that concept is getting us out of the stage. We want to stay there and talk. That's it.
So we'll do something. We'll do a little something after the show for people who want to stick around and meet you a little bit.
Yeah,
that'll be a. You know what? It's a new era. We're going to figure out what we're doing along the way. So,
and I love it.
So tell me, there's no right or wrong answer to this. Just some of this is organic for me too right now. Do you have a story that you can tell about a young person? Because you've been in the country, you've been touring now for 10 years. You said someone who you reached out and touched with your music, and then later on you find out that they've turned that into something for them. They've turned it around for themselves.
Yeah. So we have from both. We have a lot of those stories from Brazil and United States. In Brazil, it's simple. We start going to the high school and teaching people how to play the instrument. What happened in Brazil was our to from the favela, the slums, they were going to college before we did for the instrument.
Yeah.
So they are going to college for music, and we didn't have a college degree yet. So they learned the violin with us, and they went off to college, and they became violin, and they played the biggest orchestra, and they started with us. So that was awesome to see. And in the United States, what is very, very amazing to us is like, we go there, we talk to the kids. You would not believe what
I think he is way more personal, way more personal
here in the United States. What they tell us, either there or when we get home, most of the time, they tell us things through Facebook. They send us message that it is unbelievable that they felt that comfortable to tell us what they told us. And a lot of the time, they keep following us. They keep giving us update of their lives.
Yeah,
what
we build a relationship.
Yeah,
a lot of our friends that we have today here start as fans.
Yeah, and now they come to our house.
They come to our house. They hang out. We go hang out with them. We see them shopping, and we hang out. It's super nice.
Yeah. We don't do much of that pop star. No, we are people like everybody.
We pretend.
Look, I put the hat.
Well, one of the things I remember reading in one of the things we're using for promotion is when it's hard to describe the music, you just say you're going to leave. They're going to be your best friends. They're going to be your new best friends. The twins are going to be your best friends. You know, and
we have so many examples of that, like that people come to the show to listen to music, and then we become friends. It's super nice.
Yeah,
I think that's great. Well, listen, I'd like to, if I could ask you to play one more tune, and then we'll say goodbye to people. I got one more commercial I can play while you switch over.
Beautiful.
Then if you play another tune for us, that would be really nice.
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah. Let me figure out how to get to this little.
So before you go there, Joe, thank you so much for bringing us to Oshkosh, and thanks for having us here, man. We love your energy. You are such a nice guy.
Thank you. I'm real excited. I think Oshkosh is in for a real treat. So we'll take a break. You'll come back and play. I'll come back on and say goodbye, and then we'll see you in a couple of weeks. All right. We'll be back in a second.
Well, I love my baby better than a brand new sweater. I love my baby, he kisses me warm at night. Yes, I love my baby the most. He makes me breakfast toast. I love my baby, he makes me feel alright. Oh, and when I'm feeling blue, oh, he knows just what to do. I love my baby, hold him very tight. 'Cause I love my baby better than the nice warm weather. I love my baby forever and a night. Yes, I love my baby forever and a night. Oh, I love my baby forever and a night.
I love it.
Wagner, Walter, B2wins. We'll see you soon. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Drive safe. We're looking forward to it.